Hello, everyone. Happy full moon. I'm not in my usual space, so I have a very, very tiny hearth today. It's still a hearth, though. And something occurred to me as I was preparing for this month's message, and that is that our hearth is actually our body. Our body can act as a hearth for us, a coming home. And so, what came to me this month for what I'd really love to bring to our community is a practice that I like to call Rooted in Radiance. When I think of the full moon, I think of what is asking to be illuminated in my life, in my relationships. It might be in my finances. It might be in my own spiritual life or practice. It could be what is wanting to be illuminated even in my body. So these are the things that I tend to contemplate around this time and really just ask life, show me what wants to be illuminated, and just allowing that full moon to be almost like a giant lantern. And then for the next few days, it seems like synchronicities will sort of pop in up and around me, and what needs to be illuminated really happens very organically. It's nothing that really needs to be pushed or forced. So what came up for me this month is, wow, I'd really benefit, and I think that many of us could benefit from some type of daily practice that only takes a few minutes and that really helps us to root back down into our bodies. I mean, so many of my friends and I are talking about just how whirly and swirly the world feels at times, whether it be, what's on the news, what's kind of rolling around on social media, what's happening at work or within our families. And, it occurred to me that, there are many of us who really want to be a stable presence in the lives of those we love. And in order to do that, I need to be stable myself. So I'm going to share this practice with you that just takes a few minutes, and I'll put a visual as well. I'll provide you with a visual that will help too. And you can actually do this anywhere. So whether you're rolling out your yoga mat or sitting on a cushion or, sitting in the basement at your mom's house and you are in a really small confined space, you might be on a train, you can really modify this and do it anywhere. So I'm going to walk you through it, and you can try it with me. We can do it together. And then later, this is 4 easy steps. You'll be able to take it with you wherever you go. Okay? All right. So whenever I do begin a practice, I do definitely try and create a space that says I am in a sacred space. No matter where I am, I sort of come out of the mundane, kind of and into the sacred. And that can be done with a breath. That can be done with, a hearth light. It can be done with, I love to, when I have it, and I sort of carry this everywhere, just a drop of your favorite essential oil, because scent really helps us as humans to kind of center and feel the sacredness. This is frankincense. I never leave home without it. So let's begin this rooted in radiance practice here with a breath of presence. And we're going to do that for a couple of minutes. And so I'm going to walk you through the breath work. Go ahead and be seated. And just place your hands on your thighs. You can sit in easy pose or hero's pose. If you don't know what any of that is, no worries. Sitting in a chair, sitting on the floor, sitting on the train, and just take a few breaths. On the inhale, we're going to go ahead and inhale for 4 through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get to the top, just hold for 2. And then exhale through the mouth for 6. Let that breath, let that exhale come out for 6 counts. Beautiful. And go ahead and do that rhythm again. Inhaling for 4 through the nose. Exhaling, holding for 2. And then exhaling for 6 through the mouth. Beautiful. Again, inhaling for 4. When you get to that top of that breath, just hold it for a couple. And then exhaling for 6. Beautiful. And I like to do this for about 3 minutes. Just this rhythm. Doesn't have to be perfect. Count at your pace. Inhaling, holding for 2, exhaling for 6. Beautiful. One more time, perhaps on the inhale this time, saying to yourself, I am the hearth. Holding for 2, and as you exhale for 6, I tend the flame. So the idea is, I am the hearth. My body is the hearth. And I am tending that flame. Beautiful. And from this place, the next pose I'm going to call an embodied earth pose. And it's really simple. It's child's pose. So what you'll do is go ahead and get on your knees and then widen your knees if you're on your mat, as wide as your mat. Let your big toes touch. And if you have a pillow, a block, a book nearby, or a lot of times I just use my 2 fists like this. You're just coming forward in a forward fold, and you're placing your forehead on your hands, a book, a pillow, whatever available. And some of you may even take your forehead to the earth. So we're doing a wide-legged child's pose. And this is our embodied earth pose. And while you're here, go ahead and imagine that you are letting anything that you don't need just drain right out of your forehead. That's why it's helpful to touch your forehead to something. I realize that might be difficult if you're in a public place. You can even place your hand right here in the center of your forehead. and just allowing everything that you do not need to drain. Imagine that it's just going right back down into the earth. So remember, you're in wide-legged child's pose if possible. We can modify because we have incredible imaginations. So no matter where you are, you can embody an earth pose. And just stay here for a couple of minutes. Just imagining any stress, any concerns, the whirling and the swirling, the worries and the fears. Just go ahead and let them release into the earth. It's my experience that Mama Earth knows what to do with this. And while you're there, just express some appreciation for her holding you up. I love how Mother Earth holds us. So just take your time. And whenever you feel that everything is drained, stay for a couple more breaths. And now we're going to move into what I call a reclamation movement. I love the word reclamation because I've just emptied out all my worries, my concerns, my fears, my stress into the earth. She has taken it for me, and now I'm going to reclaim with strength and power who I am. I am love. I am grace. I am peace. I am action. Whatever that is for you. And this reclamation movement, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and stand. And we're going to stand in mountain pose. So that's just feet about hip width apart. Very simple. Hands to the side. And then we're going to take our arms up to the side and over the head. Nice deep inhale. Beautiful. And then exhaling down. And you're going to do this in a rhythm that feels right for you. Because remember, this needs to be practical. Something that we're going to do each day and just take a few minutes. You can do it several times throughout your day, in your office, at your desk. Nice deep inhale, raising the arms above the head. When you get there, just maybe take a look up. And then exhaling down. Beautiful. Some of you might even want to take a forward fold here if that feels good. I'm going to recommend just a simple mountain pose with raising the arms up above the head, and on the exhale, bringing the arms down. And this is where you can do that reclamation, right? As you inhale, I am peace. As you exhale, I bring peace. As you inhale, I am love. As you exhale, I bring love. As you inhale, I am strength. You'll find your own words, you'll find your own rhythm. As you exhale, I bring strength. Right? All the things that you are and what you bring. Your presence. I am presence. I bring my presence. Beautiful. You'll just do that a few times or for a minute or so, till you'll know when it feels right for you to move into our final movement. And I call that Hearth Seal. So just like Hearth Light, Hearth Seal. Go ahead and place your hand, maybe one on your heart, over your heart space, and one on your belly. Perhaps closing your eyes if it's safe for you to do that. And on the inhale, I am the hearth. I tend this flame. I am the hearth on the inhale. I tend this flame. I am the hearth. I tend this flame. Beautiful. And then perhaps just ending with a final bow to yourself, to the God of your understanding, to your brothers and sisters. Now I realize that this took much longer than it's going to take you. This is something that we can do in 3 or 4 minutes. Just something that we can devote ourselves to perhaps this month. And in this full moon illumination, we can try it out, practice it, and then make a commitment to do it daily. If you forget to do it, no need to beat up on yourself. Just come back to it. We can do it anywhere, anytime. And this is a way that we can really support one another in really challenging times, whatever they might be. You might be in a situation where you're not feeling well. Maybe you're taking care of someone who isn't feeling well. These are all times when we can use practices that root us in our radiance. And may the radiance of this full moon, this gorgeous, giant full moon, I hope you can see it from where you are. If you're not, remember, no matter what, she's always there. But in the radiance of this full moon, may you be blessed. May everyone you love be blessed. And may our whole planet rise in love and respect and regard for one another. Thank you so much for joining me in this full moon. So much love, many blessings to you. Namaste.